The devotional content on this episode of the Monty Man's Meditorial is paid for and provided by the generosity of Kurt and Debbie Palmer of Grass Valley, California. Well, greetings everyone, and welcome to this episode of the Monty Man's Meditorial. I've entitled this one, 12 Steppers and Normies. Well, many years ago, I attended San Jose Bible College, now Jessup University in Sacramento. While attending this wonderful college, I met a young man who has grown to be one of my closest and dearest friends. His name? Brent Cook. Brent and I have known each other for over 40 years, and in all that time, he has never judged me, raised a harsh word against me, or belittled me in any manner. In fact, he has always encouraged me to be my very best and to live for God in an unselfish and humble manner. Brent has seen me at my best and at my worst. Brent has traveled with me on several occasions to help assist me with my 12-step radio broadcast when covering different recovery events, conferences, and clean and sober concerts. We have been to the East Coast on several occasions, and if it were not for his assistance and his friendship, I probably wouldn't have been able to make the trip. I tell you this about Brent because I want to address an issue that is common in many recovery circles. That is what I call the attitude of 12-step uniqueness and exclusion. Perhaps you've heard of it or seen it in action under another name. It often shows up in statements by 12-steppers that sound something like this. I don't have any friends other than those in my 12-step fellowship. Or, I only associate with people in recovery. Well, here's one of my favorites. Normies don't understand me, so I stay away from them. Funny, isn't it? If we were to isolate ourselves from the so-called normies, we would have to lock ourselves in our bedrooms and never come out again. As my good friend and recovery comedian Mark Lundholm says, normies make up most of the population. How sad to work so diligently towards a state of being recovered from a hopeless state of mind and body, to work tirelessly on the 12-step process, and to go through all one must go through to become a productive member of society, just to retreat into a life only surrounded by 12-steppers. So where does my friend Brent Cook come into all of this? Well, Brent is what many would consider a normie. Brent is not powerless over alcohol, narcotics, or any substance that I know of. He is an incredible, successful businessman with a heart for people and a plan for each day he lives. His children are an incredible example of how he has lived his life. And though Brent is not perfect, his life is in many ways what most of us are trying to accomplish. Brent has been an example of integrity, honor, and steadfastness in my life. There is so much about him that I truly admire. Well, knowing this, why in the world would I not want to be associated with him? So he's a normie. Who isn't? You and I are normies in some areas of our lives. Yes, we are. I have friends who are in recovery from cancer. I am not. I'm a normie in that arena. Do they shun me because I can't identify with their pain? Of course not. I have friends who live with heart disease. I do not. I am a normie in that arena as well, and yet we're good friends. So what is it about us 12-steppers that makes us think we are so unique from everyone else? Out of one side of our neck, we say we are not to consider ourselves unique. Then out of the other side of our neck, we treat the people we consider normies like they are less than because they don't get us. What a bunch of self-righteous, self-centered baloney. So here is my encouragement to those of you who refuse to associate with people outside of your recovery circles. Stop being a monkey's butt. Start to enjoy what others outside your blessed circle of 12-steppers have to offer. There are so many people and so many variations on a theme in the life of our fellow man. Don't miss out on the beauty that is God's creation just because they don't fit into your little 12-step box. To do so is only to cheat yourself out of life. Most of us have done enough of that already. So today I give a hearty thank you to my God and my Creator for allowing me the privilege to be a part of my normie friend's life, a life I am learning much from as I walk these 12 steps every day. As far as the attitude of 12-step uniqueness and exclusion goes, I simply don't have the time nor the energy to hide from the rest of the world. I hope you don't either. Well, until next time, this is the Monty Man, and I'm wishing God's perfect serenity for you. Bye-bye now. To download any of our shows, visit us at take12radio.com and click on Follow Me on Podomatic. This has been a broadcast of KHLT Recovery Broadcasting.